Hello friends. So in this video we will be studying about DC and AC amplifiers. Basically an op-amp can amplify two types of signals, that is DC signal and AC signal. Okay. In a DC amplifier the output signal changes in response to changes in its DC input levels. Okay, so a DC amplifier can be inverting, non-inverting or a differential amplifier, as you can see in the figure. Okay, so in order to know how this operates, that is DC amplifier operates in inverting amplifier, non-inverting amplifier and a differential amplifier, before that we should know about the offset voltage. Okay, what is offset voltage? That is when input voltage is or a input is 0, then output must be 0. But sometimes what happens is we may get some of the output even though input is 0. Okay, so that voltage output voltage when input is 0, that is called as offset voltage. Okay, that voltage is called as offset voltage. Okay, usually the ICs op-amps 741 has a inbuilt offset null circuitry. Okay, so let us consider a inverting amplifier. So here you can see the first one is inverting amplifier. Here inverting amplifier means input is applied to inverting terminal, hence the output will be V0 is equals to minus RF divided by R1 into Vin. As we know, the gain of the inverting amplifier is the op-amp is minus RF by R1. Okay, so here you can see I have given the input at the inverting terminal. It is called as inverting amplifier. Here you can see a resistor, that is feedback resistor, which we have used a potentiometer. Okay, so by using this potentiometer, if the input is 0, then we can set output to 0 by rotating this potentiometer. Okay, so similarly for the non-inverting terminal. Okay, so just the difference is here the input was connected to inverting terminal, the input here it will be connected to non-inverting terminal. Okay, so another thing in inverting terminal is here it is ROM is equals to R1 parallel with RF, that is this R1 is kept parallel with this RF. Here is R1, this is the RF. Okay, so the reason is it is used is to minimize the effect of input bias current on the output offset voltage. Okay, so in a non-inverting amplifier it is same. Our input is applied to non-inverting terminal and the gain of the non-inverting amplifier is 1 plus RF divided by R1, hence the output is 1 plus RF divided by R1 whole into Vin. Okay, so here also ROM is connected as R1 parallel with RF. Okay, similarly in a differential amplifier with a offset null circuitry, it is nothing but here we give two inputs, that is Vx and Vy, and the output is given by V0 is equals to minus RF by R1 into Vx minus Vy. So here you can see another circuits, that is when a op-amp is without offset null capability, means without offset inbuilt capability, then the external offset voltage compensating the network should be used as shown in the figure. So here you can see this RA. Okay, this is RA, this is RB, this is RC. Okay, this RA it acts as a potentiometer. Okay, so whenever a input is applied, So if the output is not 0, by rotating this externally, by rotating this potentiometer RA, we can set the output to 0. Okay, this is called as external offset voltage. Similarly, this is for inverting terminal. Similarly, for the non-inverting terminal, and for the non-inverting terminal, the output will be given as V0 is equals to 1 plus RF divided by R1 into Vin. Okay, so if R1 plus RC is equals to R1, that is here R1 plus RC is equals to R1, then this condition will be proved very easily. Okay, similarly for the differential amplifier, V0 will be RF divided by R1 into Vx minus Vy. Here also same. If R1 is equals to R2 and R3 plus RC gives you RF, then this condition, that is V0 is equals to minus RF by R1 condition, can be applied very much easily. So similarly for the AC amplifier, so whatever the circuits we have discussed just now for the DC amplifiers, the same will respond to AC inputs signals also. However, if we need the op-amp, that is it should give a AC output only, or it should remove the DC, then we use some coupling capacitors, as you can see here. Okay, so a coupling capacitor is used at the input side. So what this coupling capacitor, these coupling capacitors, it will block the DC voltage and allows only AC supply to flow through it. These coupling capacitors, this not only blocks the DC voltage, this also sets the low frequency cutoff limit, which is usually given as FL is equals to 1 divided by 2 pi Ci into RIF. Here is RIF. Okay, so RIF plus R0, where FL is low frequency cutoff or a low end of the bandwidth. Ci is the capacitance between two stages being coupled, or a DC blocking capacitor. RIF is the AC input resistance of second stage. R0 is AC output resistance of first stage, or a source resistance Rin.